All right, good afternoon, everybody. So it is December 14th in Phoenix, Arizona. Winter is officially here. We've had a couple cool evenings the last couple of evenings, and it is also dragon fruit season. So I wanted to kind of go over this fruit and this plant real quick for you guys because it's not a well known about or grown plant here in Phoenix, Arizona, and that is mainly because a lot of people think that they don't fruit here or that they take too long to fruit. So let's talk about these for a little bit. So first of all, I've got this dragon fruit plant. Let's talk about the plant first. So I've got this pine tree here, and this pine tree was here when I moved in. This was one of two trees that was here already, was this ginormous pine tree. And so I thought, well, to utilize this space of this tree that doesn't produce any fruit, let's put some dragon fruit up it. So that's exactly what I did, is I poked down here at the base of this tree, I just poked little cuttings in all the way around the tree. And you see now it has grown up. I've had to kind of lash it to the tree in a couple spots, but it is now growing up and it is now starting to grow out. Get on this side here so I can show you guys the plant here. So this is the dragon fruit, and you can see the cactus itself has gotten quite large. I planted this 5 years ago. I got this from Lowe's, the main plant, which is the white one, and I think the white one's sitting right around here. The rest of the cuttings, the pinks and the reds, are kind of planted around the sides. So the largest one that's here is a white variety, but they're all intermixed now, so I'm not exactly sure what is what. So you can see that they've grown up this pine tree, and they've grown up it quite far. I mean, there's a dragon fruit right there that I can't reach. I don't think I can get that one at all. So the birds will get that one. But you can tell that being so far up that I have not had to hand pollinate these, and I don't have any others that are blooming to give me the fruit. So these fruits set on their own. I didn't have to hand pollinate them at all whatsoever, and I don't have another one around for cross pollination. Would that help? Yeah, probably, because you're going to get more blooms. So this started to get the blooms on it once the plant got up out of the food forest and into the sunlight. So it's in the sunlight up there now, so now it can pull the reserves from the sun and actually start to set some fruit on its own. Another thing I've noticed is it always fruits on these arms that are kind of like off to the sides, that are kind of trailing off. That's where they seem to fruit on. They don't seem to want to fruit on any of the uprights. They always kind of fruit on these little tails that come off the side, probably because they're getting a little bit more sun. So this plant is gotten really big, and I'm glad I planted it. It was one of those plants that's kind of like a pineapple, where you don't see fruit for a while, but once you start getting fruit, you get more and more of that fruit. So this thing goes way up. I don't know if I can even get around to the side, but you can see it's almost all the way around the tree now. And it hangs on with these little aerial roots. So let me talk about the cactus real quick. So it's a cactus, guys, but it's not a cactus like you think about Arizona cactus. So this is a afternoon shade cactus. So it likes the morning sun, and you're going to have to give it some sunlight if you actually want it to fruit. But it does not like that afternoon sun, because the afternoon sun scorches the plant. So you want to have it in an area where it's going to get morning sunlight and then afternoon shade. It doesn't seem to take a lot of water, but they do seem to not mind water. They're getting it here in this jungle food forest that I have, so they're getting lots of water, sometimes every day in the summertime, and it doesn't seem to rot them out. In fact, when they fall, they'll just kind of root and kind of trail off on their own. So I've got these little dragon fruit pieces that are kind of falling off, and then I've got some up there where it gets too heavy and they start to break off, and then they'll fall to the ground, and then they'll kind of re-root again. But this is a really good looking plant now. Very happy with the way it looks, and it goes way up there, guys. Goes way up there. So as long as it doesn't fall off, it keeps going. So I eventually hope to cover this entire tree, this entire pine tree with this cactus. So let's go ahead and pick this one, because this one looks absolutely perfect. Look at this fruit. Just gonna give it a little twist. All right, I'm gonna pause it 1 second and get this fruit off here. All right, you guys, I got it off. It's got the little flower, the flower's still intact, but what a beautiful fruit. That is my first official dragon fruit, and that thing is absolutely stunning. What a beautiful piece of fruit. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut this guy open and let's take a look. And by the way, there was no twisting this off the cactus. I actually had to get a knife and cut this off. This was well anchored. So let's take a look inside. All right, wow, guys. My hands are shaking. I was a little nervous about cutting this thing open to see how good it was inside. And oh my gosh, it's stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is so much juice in that thing. Let's see if I can get here. You can see it kind of building up on the edge there. But this thing is so juicy and so perfect and so pink. Oh my gosh, that pink is amazing. But yeah, to get this out of your yard in Phoenix, Arizona in the middle of the winter is insane. All right, guys, dragon fruit. I suggest you plant a bunch. All right, thank you for watching, guys.